We're here in Berlin and Calypso showing their actual lineup, and Alien Spidy is a little download game coming out for PSN and XBLA. What is Alien Spidy about?
Alien Spidy is basically about a small little spider from space, so he's an alien, and he's come all the way from his planet to kind of come and save his loved one called Virgi, who's crash landed on Earth. As he enters the Earth's atmosphere, he suddenly loses control of his ship, and his ship just falls into several different pieces, and he crash lands on Earth. So now he has to not only save Virgi, but now he also has to fix his ship, and that's as simple as it is, really.
And it works like an platform game where you. What are the game mechanics in this game?
The game mechanics are fairly simple. It uses a physics engine, so when you swing one way with enough momentum, you'll go further than if you swung ever so slightly. It also uses platforming, like classical games like Mario or Sonic. So anybody who's really into the retro games like myself, or maybe yourself, I don't know. But it's really good for those type of things. But it also melts in a kind of a web slinging feature, so you can like hook onto the ceiling or hook onto like an NPC who's like a ladybug, for example, and you can swing on there in order to collect, your goal orbs.
What I saw from the game, it looked very difficult. Is it hard to play for the levels?
One thing I have found a lot is it's really hard to play. But when you actually watch a video or something, it's so hard to convey how hard it is, because we get someone who's played it for so many hundred hours. And I'm not going to say that I'm the best player in the world, but I'm certainly pretty good at it. And it's one of those games that really kind of gets you hooked, because once you get the hang of the physics and you understand like how it all works, you just really get excited, and you can't help yourself, but you just want to kind of like get the best results, the best scores, and that's what we've built into the game. We've actually made a 5-star system that allows players to now kind of see how good they are and how fast and how perfectly they can line up the entire level by collecting orbs one by one, or in entire groups. And the more you do it in one swing or entire group, the more score you'll get. It's pretty good.
So are there online leaderboards as well to compare to friends?
Yeah, there's leaderboards integrated into the game for both PSN and XBLA, and we even have it on PC and Mac as well.
And is there something like a multiplayer where I can play against somebody, or is it just a single-player game?
Yeah, it's purely a single-player game. We've definitely tossed the idea around, kind of think, oh, that would be pretty cool, that would be pretty cool. But I think at the end of the day, we just really wanted to make a really solid single-player game. Like any other title, if the more support we get, the more we can make another one with even better stuff.
And how many levels are in Alien Spidy?
There's actually, do you want the exact number? Because there's 69 exact levels. And then there's 3 main areas. So you've got the forest, the forest, the caves, and the ponds. And each one you can go through. You have to collect your top amount of stars for each one to unlock the final level. And I wouldn't really call it a boss level, because there's not always a boss. However, we've made those end levels so hard or so challenging that is the focus. We don't want you to worry about stars. We just want you to finish that level, because you've worked so hard to get there anyway.
Okay, and you said there's a final level I have to unlock. Are there any other rewards for playing the best way the levels?
Yeah, we have 3 or 4 extra secret levels, which means they'll branch off from the main route within the game. And if you achieve 4 or 5 stars, which is the max, on the joint level, it's hard to describe without a picture. But if you do that, then you unlock this special level, which are generally so much harder than everything else that you just kind of went, you'll probably end up spending like a whole day trying to complete that level, or at least get 5 stars on that level. And we've also integrated like a respawn points, so that it's not a Super Meat Boy. You're not going to pull out your hair. You know, as you can see, I've still got my hair because of the game. But when you go into these onto these special unlocked levels, there's no respawn points, which makes it even harder because you have to do it all in one at the same time as collecting all the orbs. So it's a real challenge.
How many controllers have been destroyed while testing this game?
No controllers have been hurt in the making of this game.
Thank you. And the game is coming when it's coming out, and you said the platforms we already know.
So far we've got Xbox Live and PC and Mac are all coming out on the 20th of March this year. And PSN is obviously to be announced.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.